Yeah, no, that's great. So did you going in have a few go-to sports and activities that you go to? Like, how many did you have, and what were they, if you're willing to share? Because it sounds like that's a really useful thing to have. Like maybe two or three sports, and you've practiced applying examples, and you think about all the different facets of that sport or activity, and you can just link them in those examples, as you said, especially for those extended responses. But yeah, how did you go about preparing to use specific examples?
It helped that I played lots of sports, so I could use my own knowledge into putting that into examples.
Mm.
But I know there's quite a few girls and obviously boys throughout the state and my class who weren't really into sports. They didn't really play many sports. So for that advice, I would give is try and watch as much sport as you can on TV, because you can see cricketers running, AFL runners, netball players jumping on their knees, like jumping on their foot and landing really heavily. And you kind of get an idea of how the syllabus links to that and how you can implement those examples into your responses. In terms of my own examples, AFL I didn't even play AFL, but AFL was a really good one to use just because there's lots of different things. So there's jumping, there's sprinting, there's kicking, there's passing, there's basically everything. In terms of, for example, netball, there's running, there's jumping, there's passing, but there's not the kicking. So I found AFL was probably my go-to example. So if I needed to talk about how some sort of strength training would help, I could say, AFL player could do leg presses to strengthen the quads and the hamstrings, which would help him jump to get the ball to make him up.
Got it.
So
And that's like a sentence as an example there.
that would be an sentence as an example. So the more specific you can be and trying to incorporate the same example throughout the whole response is best. So you don't want to be jumping from netball to AFL to cricket to soccer. If you can try and keep it AFL within one question, then you can go to netball for another question. That's also better. Yeah.